Hi, my name is Tiffany Smith, and I'm here to propose the use of satellite imagery to estimate the population of Dendrolagus lumholtzi, the Lumholtz tree kangaroo, from mapping the intact and remnant rainforest in the Atherton tablelands. Unfortunately, very little is known about the population dynamics of this species due to its cryptic behaviour, as it spends a lot of its time high up in the canopy of the rainforest. There are several threats to the Lumholtz tree kangaroo, such as habitat fragmentation and loss, leading to them being displaced and hit by cars. The IUCN lists the species as near threatened with an unknown population trend. My aim is to be able to provide this information to increase the status and awareness of the species. The first stage of the process involves mapping its prime habitat, with the extent being the Atherton tablelands. I looked at two different data sets, Sentinel and Landsat, and the difference are negligible. I proposed Landsat due to its higher radiometric resolution of 14 bits. It's proposed that this information is obtained in May, the dry season, to avoid cloud cover, and also before the sugarcane burning season from June to avoid smoke interference. In terms of spectral resolution, we mainly need the red and near infrared bands. We might use a normalised difference vegetation index. This data is all free access and it has suitable temporal resolution. We'll also look at the home range of the Lumholtz tree kangaroo. This has been studied in the past with varied results. However, the variation is quite common in arboreal species, for example, in koalas, ringtail possums, and brushtail possums. Many factors can contribute to this. For the purpose of this study, I have chosen 2 hectares for the home range, which is similar to the most recent research by Dr. Karen Coombs. If you can note the small sample sizes in the table, so if budget and time would allow, it'd be great to get new data with radio tracking and GPS collars. The current technology, we no longer have to trek through the forest carrying antennas like Karen is in the picture, and they can easily be tracked and mapped on ArcGIS. So then to process the data, firstly, we need to acquire our image, check its metadata, its copyright, and then pre-process the data. As we will be comparing images of different times eventually, we want to check its georeferencing. We will consider atmospheric correction to remove any dark pixels and also spectral enhancements to highlight the rainforest vegetation. We'll use the red mainly and near infrared bands for chlorophyll absorption and canopy structure. The region of interest training sites for the rainforest are then selected, either through high resolution photography photos like NearMap, spectral signatures, drones, again if budget allows, and field data. We need this information to be internally homogeneous and closely clustered in spectral space. Images then classified and an error matrix created. We'll extract the information we want, which is the number of fragments and the area of rainforest in hectares. The temporal resolution, we want to monitor the same time of year and compare using map, algebra and visually. We can also use ENVI using the change detection statistics and create a change matrix and then map the Lumholtz prime habitat extent. Lastly, we'll overlay the area with the home range by dividing the area by 2 to get an estimation of population. Other methods have been used to estimate population, but they have their limitations. Spotlighting, they're a very shy species. It's also done normally along roads, so we have the edge effects. Scat collection, there's only a half-life in 3 weeks in the rainforest, and scratch marks on its bark. So similarly, not long-living data availability. Summing up, by having a method to estimate the Lumholtz tree kangaroo population, we can increase its awareness. We will have this data for IUCN to hopefully increase the species conservation and gain government funding. Research will be presented to the local community through the Tree Kangaroo Mammal Group that meets monthly at the Malanda Pub, schools, Rotary talks. This all helps the economy of the Atherton tablelands, and the unique Lumholt tree kangaroo brings many tourists to the area. Lastly, it will be published on many open data portals such as ArcGIS Story Maps, TSX and WildNet.